What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is AndrewOscarDelta. We are here with a Call of Duty World at War commentary. Now, the commentary isn't actually about the game, but really quickly, I'm just going to let you guys know I'm using the MP40 with extended mags on the map Asylum, and the game mode is War. I do pretty good in this gameplay, but you guys can watch and see for yourself as you listen to my commentary. And the commentary today is about embarrassment and the most embarrassing things that have ever happened to me in my life. And you know, when I was thinking about this topic, two things came to mind, and ironically enough, they both happened at school, which is probably why they were so embarrassing in the first place. Now, the first story is comes from when I was back in grade 7, and I was in science class, and now I remember that because I remember this very vividly. It was science class, and we were all reading out of our textbook. It was really quiet, and I felt a sneeze coming on. And I don't really like sneezing because sneezing alone I always felt was embarrassing because it's just really loud and you never know, like there's so many things that could go wrong. Like you could sneeze and like a booger could come out, and then you know all of a sudden you have a booger in your hand and you have to like run to the bathroom, and that's super embarrassing as well. Or you know, there's I don't know, sneezing is just really loud, and especially when you're, you know, the whole class is quiet and you're reading a textbook and whatnot. So what ends up happening is I feel the sneeze coming. I try and hold it back. You know, it's coming. I can feel it coming, and I'm like, okay, well, there's no way that I'm gonna get rid of this sneeze, because you know, there's times where you can like hold in a sneeze, where it's just right there, and if you like cover your eyes and just really hold on tight, then you don't actually have to sneeze. It's, you know, I'm past that point. And I'm like, okay, here comes the sneeze. Whatever, just embrace it. It's only a sneeze. You know, everybody sneezes. So I go to sneeze, and I actually do sneeze, but it's one of those sneezes where you like kind of hold it in. So rather than being like a achoo, it was like a, you know what I mean? And like you just get that like little sneeze feeling. Well, that turned out being a really bad idea, because just as I did that, just as I held in the sneeze, I contracted my core, I held it all in, I tried doing my best. Well, you know, that didn't really help, because as I contracted my core and I squeezed my core, I let out this massive fart, and you know, like I said, the class was really quiet, so all you hear is not only a sneeze, but a fart. And not only are farts embarrassing on their own, it was a sneeze fart, so it was super duper embarrassing. So it was like a and basically, just everybody turns around and looks at me. There's not one person that didn't turn and look at me and laugh. Just at that moment, I was just like, wow, my life is basically over. It was super duper embarrassing, and it's definitely not something that I was super proud of. And I remember very specifically some faces being mortified when they looked back at me, just because of what they just heard. And I was super duper embarrassed, and I wanted to go home that day. And the second one is actually from grade 9 geography class. Like I said, I do really remember these things, and this was in high school, which makes everything even more embarrassing, because, you know, in high school it's all about being super cool, and, you know, I didn't try and be cool or anything, but you don't also want to be that really embarrassing person. So, it's grade 9 geography, and I'm in class with my friend Scott, and Scott's been basically my best friend my whole life. And Scott goes to the bathroom. No, I go to the bathroom first, and in the bathroom there is this massive shit in the toilet. Like, it is just... like, it is like an enlarged, melted version of a Hershey Kiss. And I seen it, and the reason I went to the bathroom is because I had to blow my nose. So I blow my nose, and I put it on the shit, right? Just because, I don't know, because I was going to go back to class and tell Scott to look at it, and we were going to have a laugh, right? So basically there's this big booger on it, and yeah, you know, I kind of feel like an idiot for saying this, but, you know, whatever. So anyways, there's this big booger on it, and I tell Scott, I go back to class, I tell Scott, dude, you have to go in the bathroom, look in the first stall, it's really funny. So he goes to the bathroom, and he comes back, and he says, like, not out loud, but loud enough that people could hear to me, he's like, wow, there was a huge shit in there. And then I went up to him and whispered to him, because I didn't want people to know about the booger, which was mine, right? So I went up to him and I whispered, like, did you see the booger? And he was like, yeah. And then out loud, I was like, haha, that's mine, that was mine. And the really funny thing is, people didn't know I was talking about the booger, because I whispered in his ear, did you see the booger? And so when he said, yeah, and I said that was mine, everyone thought that that I meant that the giant Hershey Kiss diarrhea was mine. And everyone was extremely disgusted, and you could just see it on their faces when I said, that was mine, that everyone was like, what do you mean that, like, that? And they were just like really mortified, and that was super embarrassing for me, because right away I knew what everybody thought I meant, and you know, there really wasn't any point of return from there. I wasn't going to yell out to the class, "No, I mean the booger was mine," because that, first of all, that's just as disgusting and embarrassing. So anyways, yeah, that is my 2 embarrassing stories. If you guys enjoyed the video, comment, rate, subscribe. Be sure to leave your embarrassing stories in the comment section below. This was actually a half decent gameplay. I went on a pretty good kill streak here. So if you enjoyed the gameplay, if you enjoyed the commentary, doesn't matter, leave a comment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I love you guys, and take it easy, Delta Squad.